So, Carrie, tell me some important stuff for Tantra. Tell me some teachings or tools that may take the relation, the making love to another level.
Well, I have my first book out, Julie. It's called The Great Circle of Desire, but I will be putting out a new edition soon with lots more pictures and lots more fun stuff to share with you. But it's all about the foundational creation between partners. They can be single or married, it doesn't matter, of establishing a foundation of appreciation and care. And that happens through the man accepting, appreciating, and pulling the woman's heart energy into him. I'm not going to give you all the details here because I want you to get my book and it'll explain a lot. But the woman's energy goes from her heart into his and then travels down the man's body to his genitals and into the woman's genitals. Now, if you look at the flow of energy, you know, her heart is positive energy coming out. So that's a positive magnetic. We call that outflow. And then his is inflow or negative at the heart level. We're designed this way for equality. The man's genitals flow energy out and the female flows energy in. Now that's all well and fine, but in the past cycle that we talked about on the first video, we went into this phase where all masculine energy dominated and the severing of the heart energy occurred. So women could not be accepted into the man's heart very often. There's almost no women I meet that are regularly having their heart accepted into the male. So it's every bit as important and fulfilling and satisfying to the woman to have her energy received fully by the man, not just partially, not just laying in the nook after sex, but lusted after, desired by the man. This is the answer to just about every problem in the world. That sounds lofty as heck. That sounds like, Carrie, you must be out of your mind that such a simple thing can solve every problem. But I believe it is, because every war going on out there in the world is a gender war. All the problems between married couples are gender problems. The woman does not get her heart energy fully received into the male. When she does, it's like a miracle. It's so rare. She falls in love with that man. You know, she's like, oh my God, I need that. Give me that. If a man happens to know how to do it. But I've never met one that does, not outside of the context of Tantra. They generally do not know that. Maybe 1 in 100, I don't know, but it changes the whole world. So this is the answer of something very, very, very needed in society, in couples. And it is very needed for singles to start taking this seriously, because when women don't get their heart received, they are lessened. And we need to bring the balance back so that females are acknowledged for their power. We've been trying to acknowledge the men as much as we can. And what do we get? A world full of pornography. And this is so damaging to the female. It is also damaging to the male, because when this connection occurs, I'm talking about, she sees him as the sacred masculine. She sees him as providing her fulfillment of her needs in her heart. In her heart, the woman lives for that fulfillment as much equal to the man living for the reward of sex with his female partner. It's equal. So when we reestablish this heart value, like I said, even if you're single, you need to include appreciation for the female and pull that energy in. And I tell you how to do that in my book. So it goes a lot deeper than I can say just telling you here. So I don't want to limit what you learn by just focusing here. All right, so that is the foundation of relationship between men and women. Understanding that this circle occurs, right, from the female heart to the male and then down to the genitals, back up through her. All right. So when that is satisfied, the whole world changes. Your entire relationship will change, and you will have access to unconditional love at any moment, anytime you so desire, anytime the partners are willing to open to each other and feel this. It feels like honeymoon sex. And the woman opens to it through this technique. And it takes about 5 to 10 minutes. Well, once you establish it, it could take a little longer to establish, 15 minutes, 30 minutes, maybe a couple days, but to keep at it, it's not difficult. So that
Yes.
is the foundation. What else did you want me to elaborate on?
No,
What else?
I was going to ask you where they can find the book, the people that see it.
Okay, it's got a long name. So if you just go to Amazon and type in Cosmic Carry Star, and my name is spelled Karistar, that's the easiest way to get to the book. But you will be getting the old version. The new one's coming out soon. So if you have just $3, you can get the Kindle version.
Okay.
So there's no excuse not to spend $3 to get the book. And the new version, I don't know how quickly I'll be getting that out. Probably a month or two, but it's going to be full of so many more pictures and ideas for you to use. So
I am also I honor the way you write, not just in that book that I have read when I was doing the translation for the Latin American book of your book, more in your Facebook, where you post all these beautiful high level consciousness bright or texts about cosmic sex. So where do you get all these?
where do the stories come from?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I have been practicing with men for 12 years now. And so I know I'm a teacher, right? I take the position of teacher. That's not the feminine position, but I know that I have to take that to teach men. So I get them very extremely relaxed through Tantra massage. And it's a very beautiful, erotic, sensual experience for the men. And they know they're going to get fulfilled at the end. So they can let go of all their expectations and just feel. The whole thing is switching from that left brain that is intellectual to the right brain, which is feeling. The feeling brain is far more fast and intelligent at getting information because it happens in a moment, right? So this is very, very important. We go into the feeling brain, the right brain, which is receiving cosmic information. We open our heart to it and we open to the divine. Now I lost my train of thought. What question am I answering?
You are answering. I forget also. That where did you find your experiences for your beautiful text?
Yes. Okay, so in my mind, the fastest way for women is to pick a goddess that they love. It could be Mary Magdalene. It could be Mother Mary.
Wait.
They're actually one and the same before the heart is separated from the genitals. Isis. Who else? Any goddess that you feel is a divine being, or a source, or your guides. I think Jesus in, which may sound crazy, but when you're all one, there's nothing to hide. And I have learned from Jesus. Jesus taught me how to open my entire body from the head to the base of my torso with a long tube of light, and he said, always keep this open. So although some may think that's blasphemous and dirty to think of including divine beings, they are more than ready to help and teach you anything they can to help you to reach the divine connection.
Mhm. So what I most admire of you is that you teach me or taught me that the information, the tantric information comes through the spirit, through the practice, through love. So sometimes we do a lot of classes with people that are teaching us a lot of techniques, and you told me everything is in the air or in the information that you can bring to you naturally from love. What do you tell me about this?
Oh, yes. So we have access. We are the children of God. We are the children of Source. We belong to Source. We are part and parcel of Source. And the analogy that's become popular lately is something I've used since 12 years ago, which is we are the ocean of oneness. And then the Source said, let there be droplets. And so we experience ourselves as little droplets, as separate beings. The idea of Tantra is to release that boundary. And all of a sudden, a man and a woman merging, or a couple, it can be any gender, if they're willing to open up, let go of their limited belief from the left, and open up to this,